All right, welcome back everybody to another night of Nemesis Gaming. We got our first match here with Hypernova versus Vipers, but unfortunately, one of the players blew their load already, and they joined on the match. So we're gonna have to reset this lobby. But I'm joined by C Money.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to get slumped here to stop trying to air dribble.
Yeah, this he did jump the gun a little bit there.
As everyone, yeah, they jumped the gun. But we're here. It's gonna be an exciting matchup. We got 5-2 versus 5-2 out here. That is, if I'm not mistaken, the third place like 5-way tie for prospects. I don't actually know how many people are at 5-2. Hypernova, Vipers, Wyverns. Those are the ones coming to my head right now.
But these two teams do have some high-profile players. We got Regret and Blazing Dragon on Hypernova, and we also got Green Glow on Vipers, who is the lowest MMR player, but probably one of the better players in Prospect.
He actually is. Just winning a player of the week last week. So if that doesn't go to say something. Denia, 0-0. I just now noticed this.
I wasn't
All
gonna
right.
say anything. Maybe that's just Beanie 4's prediction for the series.
Yeah, we have now introduced the streamer series prediction. He throws it up there really quickly for us and then goes back to 0-0. But anyways, hype matchup. We got some really good players. We got Regret, always been talked about. He was a talking point last season, talking point this season. Blazing Dragon has really stepped up from last season. A lot of improvement out of him to round out as second man on Hypernova. But then we got J-Dot and Green Glow coming out as the combo of Vipers. And it's going to be an interesting matchup for sure, as I'm excited to see who can take this and who makes the biggest impact on this game.
Yeah, I think the biggest impact so far is to see if Slumped jumps the gun again before the other team joins. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe his fingers are just itchy, you know? He's trying to air dribble out here as a prospect player. We'll have to see.
I mean, Prospect's the new challenger, dude. So, like, maybe it's not that hard. Maybe it's not as impossible as we thought.
I mean, some Titan players can't even air dribble, so if he gets a good air dribble goal, to my discretion, I suppose, you know, I'll pop off.
All right. Yeah. It's definitely going to be some good gameplay though, for sure. As some of these guys are definitely the more mechanically cracked people in Prospect, being J-Dot and Regret. So it's going to be a good. I definitely think it's very evenly matched going into this one, and I'm excited. So we'll get. Who are we missing? We're missing one person.
Green Glow just lost connection.
Oh, I see that.
So we're gonna have to wait for him to get back in. Against Slumped, he joined too quickly. Green Glow, he couldn't join at all. So
This
Give us
is
another minute or two on this one, as just the perfect way to start off the stream.
yeah, it's definitely going great. Do you have any predictions going into this one?
I voted Hypernova in 5 in the poll chat.
Okay.
I
I
think it'll be
actually,
close.
it's definitely, I'm feeling a game 5 for first matchup here. I'm thinking Vipers, though. I think they have the edge going into this week, as Hypernova took a sad loss on Monday to Melons to make them now 5-2. But Vipers have been on the up lately, so I think they got a little bit of edge. I think the team's got a little more momentum to start game 1, and we'll see if it carries in tonight's matchup, as we're still waiting for Gringlow's connection to be found.
Yeah, do we have word from? Would you mind DMing one of their players to find out what's going on?
I'm gonna message Gringlow right now, personally. Find
Anyways,
out.
but yeah, it should be close. And we mentioned Green Glow, we mentioned Blazing Dragon. Both of these players have actually subbed up to higher leagues. Green Glow's subbed up a few times for Challenger, and Blazing Dragon actually subbed in for one of the rival games.
Okay.
I think, yeah, he subbed up for the drunk stream game, and he actually was able to take a game off the Kings, subbing in with a prospect Challenger and one of the actual rival players on Galaxy, I believe it was. So able to take a
The
game off the Kings. So Blazing Dragon kind of got that pop off potential. Looked somewhat confident, even though he was playing in a matchup 2 leagues above him.
that's interesting. Man, I mean, like I said at the beginning, he's definitely shown some major improvement from last season, and makes me excited. I'm sure it makes some other prospects hopefully excited that it's going to be a competitive league for sure. As some teams are being handed out some free wins and making the playoff race a little tighter, but there's definitely some really good teams up there in the top 5, probably even top 10. I can only think of like 2 teams that are 1-6. They'll have to play each other eventually, though, so
Yeah, we
one of them shall
actually
get the edge.
got an interesting. I was gonna look at the standings, but it's not entirely updated yet. But at least as of Monday, Hypernova 5-2, Melons 6-0, Wyverns 4. Did you guys win on Monday, C Money?
We did win on Monday. Melons, I can confirm, are now 7-0 as they
Yes.
beat Hypernova.
So it's a tight race. At least 4 teams with over 5 wins, and 3 of them sitting at 5-2. 2 teams here, and you guys are sitting at 5-2 as well. I'm not sure if Faded lost, but if they won, they would be sitting at 5-2 also.
Let's see. Faded. Who did they play? Let me find out for you real quick here.
Oh, hold on. Green Glow's back in the lobby.
They played the Jaguars. I believe they did win, now that I remember. So they're also 5-2.
All right. I'm just gonna assume everybody is ready,
All right,
and
yep,
I'm gonna
let's get
give them
them
the go
going.
ahead.
Let's get them going. Let's get this started. Who would have played? Wait, why am I reading chat like I'm streaming? Okay, I'm
We're
Big
getting this
Bad.
game one going. They're all here.
They're all ready.
They're all here. It's a battle of the 5-2 teams.
I mean, that's tied number 2 actually. Now that I think about it, tied second place.
Well, hold
So
on.
wait,
Somebody's got a snazzy hat. It's
do they?
slumped. They got a snazzy blue hat. And we got extra taffy with the American flag. There's some design language out here today.
That is more than I care to put
Oh!
on my team. Extra taffy. He's coming in early, just over 15 seconds, as a nice pass mid from Blazing Dragon there, and Slump just out of position. His extra taffy is able to get over him and put it in.
These are some good looking cars on the field, actually. Usually they're kind of Stocktain-ish, as I think Green Glows is kind of basic, but I mean, other than that, dude, slumped with that. I don't know what hat that is, but I'm not even sure if I have that in my inventory, but everybody's cars are looking pretty good out here for Prospect. Usually got some wacky-ass colors.
I mean, some of the color schemes are kind of weird. I mean, unless they're all going for the red, white, and blue type theme. Personally, I just don't think red and blue really works together well, unless it's for America, but...
And you know what? There he is. There's the man with the hat trying to put it on, but Taffy's going to send it away. Still kind of dangerous in the middle, but Regret's going to actually send this back onto the orange half. There's Green Glow. Jumping up a little late, and he's not going to jump at all, as Regret's going to send it in.
Yeah, I mean, booming clear from Regret, I just don't think they were ready for it, as Green Glow was still kind of trying to find his spot in the rotation there, and wasn't able to jump in time, as Regret with a nice little two-tap.
Yeah, I just don't know if he thought he had a little bit extra time or if his teammates didn't say anything, as here's an opportunity on the opposite side. Slump looking for the double, can't find it, and actually balls out his two teammates. Now that would have been the highlight reel Prospect play we would have been looking for, but he wasn't able to put it away right there.
Yeah, that one was definitely really close. I mean, he was the one who was trying to air dribble by himself when they jumped the gun, so that's the one I wanna see do something big.
That's true. Maybe he had the stream on in the background and he's trying to prove himself here. It's now on the opposite side. Viper's still struggling, but Slump's going to actually take it away. Might send it over Taffy, but with a clutch touch in the midfield, J-Dot keeping the pressure up. Regret into the corner, over to Blazing. And now Viper's on defense once again, almost running into each other, but able to clear it away. It's now Regret on the ball, looking for a double himself, can't find it. Still dangerous in the middle though, as Taffy's going to let the panic come out. But actually lets it get slipped by him, and now Regret's on the opposite side, getting a good 50 out to the middle. And a huge team pinch coming out, as Green Glow's going to turn on this, putting the shot on, and it's going to slip past Blazing. He just wasn't ready for that quick turn.
Yeah, just another unfortunate rotation, this time for Hypernova, as Blaze started to drift a little bit and his teammate wasn't back post yet, so all Green Glow had to do there was turn and shoot, and that's exactly what he did. So good play by him. Oh my gosh, and Green Glow
kickoff.
is gonna hit the stalled kickoff straight into the back of the net there.
Yeah, just cheating up player, just couldn't find it. But going back to that other play, actually, Blazing did push out a net a little bit too far, but Regret was chasing that ball into the corner, and he just didn't read the bouncer, didn't make contact with the ball, and that's what allowed Green Glow to turn super quick. Another opportunity here. Slump putting a shot on Green Glow, looking for the double, trying to find it. J-Dot pre-jumping and finds it. And that's the play we're looking for them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when you're pulling out a lot of solo plays, as you see Blazing Dragon here up respecting Green Glow, and that gives J-Dot just an open net there for him to shoot on, and he made the contact that he needed to make to get it in the back of the net. A little slow, but it still went in.
So, an own goal is going to come out for the Vipers here after that great play. And now Hypernova is going to tie it back up.
Yeah, Taffy unable to find the speed. Blazing Dragon trying to come clean it up. Amazing save from the man in pink, but redirected off his teammate. Just unfortunate there.
And going back to that other goal that J-Dot was able to score, I think they were all too busy reading Green Glow, and then J-Dot kind of just, it was a good read from him, but it was a slow pre-jump. But they were able to send it as a triple commits coming out for Hypernova. Another read for Slumped. He's going to get 50'd out to the right side. Green Glow keeping it up. Blazing with the attempted clear, but J-Dot's going to cut off, and another follow. But a big dunk coming out from Regret's going to bring it back to the middle. And again, a huge clear coming up from Blazing. Can they handle it this time? Green Glow does decide to commit. He's not about to have commitment issues again. Slumped with another hard 50 back to the middle. Nobody on Viper's quite ready, as Blazing's going to keep this up. As Slumped beats it out over Taffy, and this is going to leave Regret last back, who handles it pretty well, but ultimately gets dunked out as a half, or excuse me, not a half flip, a Fields backflip comes out. And still all this pressure coming out. And Vipers, they only have 4 shots, C-Money, but they've converted on 3 of the 4.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a pretty good job of converting when they can, as It almost seems like Hypernova's had most of the pressure, but with the Vipers committing 75% of their shots, it's going to be a hard team to beat if they allow them to get enough shots.
Yeah, and they're continuing to be stuck on defense here, and they did actually rack up another shot there, but ultimately the accuracy has been plaguing Vipers here in these past few seconds. As Greenglow's last back again with just under a minute left, both teams sitting at 3-3. As Dragon with another opportunity, looking to put it on, but it misses. Regret with the follow-up, and that's going to sneak in to break the tie.
Just an unfortunate miss coming out from the team, and Jay just couldn't quite get back to it in time to make the touch before the shot there. As that was some great speed coming out from Greenglow.
It just seems like Vipers can't handle the booming clears at the moment. That's okay. Somebody missed the ball.
I'm malding. It's okay.
But again, off the kickoff, Vipers under duress here. As Slumped able to get the boost and the ball. Getting it past one. Opportunity here for Vipers. Greenglow there, but getting 50 back. Slumped up, trying to keep this ball into the corner. Getting the boost steal as Blazing was a little awkward, and he passes it straight to the middle. But another save coming out from Regret is going to secure it for now. As J-Dot into the corner, Slumped trying to fake it out. But this is going to leave the net open. And with the final 10 seconds rolling, Vipers are going to have to look for a 0-second play. Ball in the air in the middle. But Jay rushing to try and get it. And Dragon's going to put this one on the...
Yeah. That was, it was amazing gameplay coming out from both teams there. And it was a really close game like we predicted. But Hypernova taking the edge here on game one. Able to take it from Vipers, who ultimately, well, it looks like they only ended up with one more shot. But Hypernova with the spectacular shooting percentage allowing them to take that there. As Bagels, I believe, has lagged out.
No.
No? You're back?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh.
There's an issue with me.
You really cut off hard on that last one.
Oh, did I really? Oh, that's what happens when you live in Trailer Park Town in bum F nowhere.
Oh, it's kind of scared me. That's why I kind of rambled there.
Hey, you know what? It's not outside of the realm of possibilities for me to DC, so.
But anyways,
caution was warranted.
On to game two, as Vipers just need to hit the back of the net a little more. They had the shots, they had the pressure. In my opinion, they had more of the pressure anyways. But
yeah, it was good from them. I think it was just the defense from them, as we saw that one time with Greenglow. He just decided not to jump, and that's how they got scored on in the first opportunity. But it does seem like they're the more mechanically skilled of the two teams. They just got to get their defense under order.
For sure.
Here's Slumped again. Looking for an opportunity off the sidewall, but it's going to bounce a little awkwardly. Still has enough boost to follow it up, but can't quite put the shot on. Is going to be sent away. Jay following it up, and already in the first 30 seconds, Hypernova continuing to be under attack here. As it's opportunity after opportunity going high off this backboard, as everybody on Vipers are looking for some sort of air dribble, double tap sort of play to put it in. It's now Greenglow into the corner, looking for a pass out to the middle, but kind of overdoes it a little bit, sending it past his teammate. As Regret on the dribble, but getting faked out. It's Greenglow keeping this pressure onto this blue half, trying to look for the pass in the middle. Good touch. Follow up again, but Slumped had rotated all the way back, and now he's in the 3v1. But he's going to cut it off super quick. And this Vipers team just looks way faster at the moment.
Yeah, this Vipers team's looking solid. They're not letting anything through midfield right now. And it's just some spectacular gameplay from them, as last man misses, but Greenglow able to get back in time. But the Hypernova is really going to have to step it up here on the field in order to get some offense going for themselves.
Yeah, they're still sitting at 0 shots with just about 2 minutes passing. And it just honestly has not left this blue half. It got onto the orange half for a second. Here's another time. But Greenglow's going to send it right back with a good pinch. And Dragon's going to send it towards his own net, but luckily Taffy was there. But he passes it straight to the middle, but Jay can't find the touch. And now regretting the dribble. But he takes it up the wall, actually, and that's going to allow Greenglow to pounce it back on the other side. Slump there with the shot, but missing again. And this Viper's accuracy becoming an issue once again as Jay is chasing Taffy up the ceiling as he still finds the touch. Here's the shot for Slump, and he's going to put it top right. And another great save from Regret. Hypernova, they're holding on, but just barely.
Yeah, Hypernova's playing some pretty good defense. They're able to keep it out the net at the very least, and that's what it's going to take to keep them alive here and hopefully get a counterattack out of it. But Vipers are just having an amazing amount of pressure right now. As I say that, Regret able to carry it over the top for an amazing goal there off the wall.
Yeah, Vipers, they've had the pressure for just over 2.5 minutes, but you give them that one opportunity, and Hypernova will strike as Regret is going to send that one on. I was actually going to bring it to you, C-Money, here, since you're our resident prospect main here on the Wyverns. Have you played either of these two teams yet?
We have played both, if I'm not mistaken.
As Slumped
We
is
have played both.
AFK in front of the net. I'm not sure what happened there, if there was the disconnect or something. We'll have to wait to see what goes on there. But what was the result of those two games?
Vipers took a 3-1 loss, and Hypernova took a 3-0 loss.
Oh, so you've beaten both of these teams.
Yes.
All right, well, that just proves a little bit to the Wyverns as Slumped is continuing to be AFK. I'm not sure what's going on. He hasn't disconnected yet. So
This might be the longest disconnect ever, but at the same time, I don't know.
I don't know if he's just mad that that goal went in or if he actually did DC. Or
Very
what the
confusing. But I think,
deal is here.
I think Hypernova will gladly take this one as
Chipmunk
know if
is
they
saying
can-
that he has DC. He has finally lost connection. As we
their
are going
team
to reset this lobby.
well, their team has to call for it, I thought, but I don't. Well, there it is. There's the so. So when do we reset to? Do we reset the whole? I don't know how these work.
I think we might have to call a mod in or something. As we're gonna leave this match for now. We're gonna get this lobby reset. But ultimately, it's gonna have to be up to a mod or something at this point because they did not call for the reset, and
Within
all
one
three goals
goal.
happened after the reset. So
It was 3-0 when they call it.
yeah, they didn't call it when it happened though, and then we're gonna have to wait on this one for a second here.
Where's
But if
Rocker
they're
Man when we need him?
yeah, where is our regional dictator?
They want to save the game.
Alrighty. Well,
All right. Well, it looks like Orange Team has officially given up on this one as Hypernova here is continuing to stat pad.
if you could inform them to leave the lobby.
Oh, that was pretty nuts though. Taffy just hit a pretty nutty shot.
At least the way that I'm interpreting the rule is you either have to wait for them to call for the DC, or once the DC actually shows up on screen, that is when the reset gets set to. So since they didn't call it and continued to play it out, it was to just be assumed that he was AFK and they didn't say anything. So if they want the reset, I think we can reset it down to 3-0 to the 3-0 score line.
How much time was left? I can't remember. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's what we have the streamer here for.
Are they still in the lobby?
Yes, I'm telling them what's going on because they were going to continue to play no matter what I said until I had an answer. All right, I have now informed them to leave. So once they leave, we'll get this lobby back up. There's 1, 2, 3. Everybody's left. All right, here we go.
All right, we're gonna remake this lobby and try and get it to the 3-0 scoreline at 3 minutes and 40 seconds left.
It's gonna be some great gameplay.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not gonna show that. We're gonna we're gonna have to keep the series score on screen here for quite a bit. So sorry about that. But
You got
I
back
mean
out, right,
that's
Bagels?
what happens when your guy DCs. You gotta speak up. We don't know if the man's getting whipped by his parents or a dog pissed on his shoes or what's going on. So they didn't say that. I mean, they still didn't even say that he DC'd even after he lost connection, but it was to be assumed at that point.
I guess. Well, he just said they said question mark. So I assume they thought we would automatically do it, but they should have probably said something.
Yeah. For any of the viewers that I'm assuming all of you are players, if the DC does happen, you have to say something. Otherwise, it is to be assumed that you are going to play it out. Otherwise, play will continue to resume.
2 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right, are we putting the score at 2-0 or 3-0?
I. It was 2-0 at 2:10. All right. There we go. We have now told them what to do. Hopefully they will do it. But
They
with
may. Well, either team hasn't joined up yet, actually.
with Hypernova having a 2-0 lead with 2 minutes left, what do you think will happen of this game 2 and even the series now? Because that'll give Hypernova a big lead.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. As Regret's gonna score the first one there. Um, it kind of depends on how the morale here is for Vipers. They're gonna come back because they most likely will lose this game unless they come out super hot in that last 2 minutes. I mean, anything's possible. Um, and how cold they are because they have been waiting for at least 5 minutes here.
All right, Blazing Dragon understands not to touch the ball into net. So we got this going.
Well,
But yeah,
anyways,
that's
as
definitely going to
nothing's
be.
happening. I was gonna say as nothing's happening here. I wanted to talk a little bit more about your matches. You 3-1 Vipers and you said you 3-0'd Hypernova.
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, though, Hypernova was not full roster. Hypernova had just um, Regret and Blazing Dragon, but did not have their third.
Well, in your professional prospect opinion, C Money, do you think that these two teams, along with the Wyverns and Melons, are probably the top four contenders here?
I think we're the. I think we're the top four for sure by quite a bit of a leap. Now, that's not saying that some of the other teams can't take games on us because all of us being prospects, we have our on and off moments compared to the higher leagues, which are usually able to play good games consistently, whereas we can play pretty bad games at times.
Yeah, I mean,
So
just from what we have seen between these two teams, it does try and seem it does seem like Vipers, or at least the more offensive-minded team. They have a lot more pressure, but before that DC did happen, Hypernova were just trying to make counterattacks at that point because they were just completely stuck on their own half. And Hypernova couldn't really do anything, but then that one slip up from Vipers, and you mentioned that inconsistency. Just one little inconsistency came out, and they were able to score, and then ultimately put in another one before that DC officially happened. But both these teams definitely looking solid as there's a bit of a car stack trying to happen here as we're almost approaching the time at which the DC did happen. So we will try to get some gameplay rolling here as soon as possible. Give it another 20, 30 seconds or so.
It's definitely one of the tighter leagues I've seen as far as the top compete goes. Usually you have one or two superior outliers, maybe a third, whether that third shows up the whole season or makes a run at the end. But it's not. All right, we're going to go 2 seconds off.
Slow roller as the slow roller comes in.
We're 2 seconds off, but I guess Hypernova's being nice and giving 2 more seconds to Vipers here. So that's on them. But anyways, this is definitely one of the more competitive top of the leagues I've ever seen, with 4 teams out here competing for that number 2 spot right now. Obviously, Melons have the jump on all of those teams with 2 games, but it's definitely really good gameplay coming out, and it's definitely great to see how competitive it is this season as comparative to last season with what was the Melons and originally was, I believe, Aurora. As
Yeah,
Faded
Aurora
cracked
Vipers.
under the pressure.
Yeah, Aurora Vipers and
Vipers was a really late bloomer though. Aurora was
yeah, that is true.
consistent the whole season, but then just got beat out there by the Vipers at the very end. Twice in a row, I believe, actually. Oh no, Vipers took it from them in a different game.
Yeah. But
But
anyways, back to this one. As one of the Melons players, Kinetic is in chat saying Melons #1, and that could very well ring true for the rest of the season as nobody has beaten them yet. And I'm not sure who they're playing today, but most likely a win is going to come out of that matchup. And actually, bring it to you again, Seaman. Have you played Melons yet?
we have played them multiple times, one time officially. It'll actually be our only time playing them officially for the season until
And what was the
playoffs.
series score?
It was another 3-1, this time in the favor of Melons.
Uh-huh. As anyways,
Yes.
this one rolling down, and like I predicted, Viper's still unable to get anything going as they actually are sitting at 0 shots here after this reset. Although 2 of the shots for Hypernova were those 2 goals that they had to put in. But still, Vipers haven't been able to do anything with the 2 minutes and 12 seconds they were allotted. As with 20 seconds left, they might find something here. Off the backboard, Greenglow there, but not able to put it on. And now as the final seconds roll down, this one will go to Hypernova. And now the series will be tied up at 1-1 apiece after the series of jumped guns, disconnects, and hopefully we can try and have the rest of the series be clean the rest of the way through.
2-0 in Hypernova's favor.
Oh, did Viper? I thought. Oh, Vipers did lose game 1. Never mind. I thought they won for some reason.
Yeah, nope. Hypernova now takes game 2. We move on to game 3. I mauled it last time and forgot to change the map, so I'll make sure to do it this time. As we hit, actually, my favorite Nemesis series map. But I'm excited for this one. I think Vipers still have a chance to at least take a game, hopefully 2. Kind of hoping for 2, I'm not going to lie. And make it a game 5. But the reverse sweep, I don't think they have the tenacity in them. All right, party was destroyed. That's fine. We'll keep going.
It's just a mauled fest at the moment.
Rocket League, fix your servers. I don't know who owns what anymore. I don't know if they're Epic servers. I don't know if they're cyanotic server still, but fix
And
it.
bring it back to the reverse sweeps though. There has been quite a few reverse sweeps on stream and just in general so far for season 3, so anything's possible. And if Vipers can bring this momentum and morale back the way they were playing in that game 1, and even that game 2 before the DC happened, I mean, they could very well take 3 in a row here. But as it stands right now, Hypernova apparently sitting at 2-0 in the series. That was my bad. And they're going to continue to try and go on through for the clean sweep here.
Yeah, I would love to say that Vipers could do it, but with the other two teams tied for second place, like top tier teams, I don't think Hypernova is gonna maul to the point of getting reverse swept.
Oh my. As Slumped almost was able to get a pre-flip double on the net. And more pressure continuing to roll out here in this opening minute for Vipers. This is the same thing that happened in game number 2. As they're continuing to keep it up, Slump trying to get a pass out to the middle, and he does. Green Glow there. But a double commit coming out from Hypernova to send it back into the blue corner. There's another follow-up from J-Dot. High off the backboard, but Green Glow not quite ready. Once again, they're not able to get a shot on. They're only sitting at 1. But they still have just all this pressure as another pinch is going to come out. Finally getting it back into the orange half, but once again, it just goes right back to the other side. Another opportunity here. But clutch save after clutch save. And clear coming out from Hypernova to keep this. The 0-0 scoreline is finally the defense breaks, and Green Glow's going to put it away.
Yeah, I will say, going into this game 3, the Vipers have looked a lot more clean on offense. It's not so much backboard bangs. They're trying to find the look middle more so, and it's definitely why that one fell in this game versus why it wouldn't fall last game.
Yeah,
And we'll see
Hypernova,
if they can continue it.
yeah, I'm not even sure where the defense was.
I mean, double commits happen, as we see one there.
It's true. As J-Dot's trying to get it back to the other half. Pass over to Slumped and back to the middle. But that third defender, as they do bump each other, Green Glow is sitting too far back. And a miss coming out from one of the Hypernova players is going to allow Green Glow back on the dribble. It spills out to the middle, but nobody quite ready there for the Vipers. It's again off the backward, another opportunity. J-Dot trying to look for the solo play as Green Glow kind of pre-jumped that read. Didn't end up coming anywhere close to it. As Hypernova continuing to be suffocated on this defense. As they're still able to save it away for now. But Slump's going to turn on this looking for the shot. But too weak and off target. J-Dot continuing to keep this pressure up. And Hypernova, this is a carbon copy of game 2 before this DC happened. They just can't do anything at the moment. 0 shots, 0 clears. They just can't get off their side at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely being very unfortunate to Hypernova right now. It seems like they switched up the tactic a little bit for the Vipers. They're not so hard sending 3 forward as Slumped was third man back and just booms it away, and that one goes on as Blazing Dragon kind of panicked there. He definitely had time to turn around. But
he just couldn't find the read. As now Vipers are going to be the ones that are up 2-0. And the way they're looking in this game 3, it does seem like they've gotten their momentum, their morale back, despite that kind of unfortunate game 2 loss that had occurred. And they're going right back into that offensive pressure that they had those first 2 games. And if they can just play a clean slate on defense, they should be able to hold this scoreline. As Slumped is in his own side now. Kind of with an awkward touch to the middle, but J-Dot's going to clean it up for him. On the dribble now, getting it past 2. Demoed for his efforts, but Slumped there as he demos another dribble opportunity. As J-Dot pushing it back onto the blue half, following it up, beating one. Taffy sending it right back, but only to Green Glow, who's going to send it high off the backboard. Slumped there, but another clutch clear coming out from Regret. As another demo comes out. And Hypernova, they just might go 0 shots for this game 3, as they're only going to have 1 minute left to even try and find a comeback, let alone a shot.
They gotta find the clears. They gotta find some control. I mean, they're being put under a lot of fire, but there's things they gotta find, and Slump's able to find it first as he puts in the third one for Vipers. which is pretty much going to be a nail in the coffin here on this one.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put their detective hats on and find an answer because it's not looking good. And honestly, Vipers could have very well swept this series in their favor if they just played cleaner defense in game one. And honestly, if that unfortunate disconnect didn't happen in game two, but they honestly do seem like the better of the two teams. Not that Hypernova is bad by any means, as they find their first shot and their first goal off a counterattack.
As they do it within a pretty good time here. Still 30 seconds left, which means they just got to find one, and then they have a 0-second goal they can try to do here to take the sweep. But Vipers are holding on strong.
Yeah, it seems like the only way that they get scored on is if they just make a mistake or if one of the Vipers players just decides not to go for the ball, and that's exactly what happened in game 1-2. Either they just didn't think it was in or didn't think they were under pressure and just decided not to go. But either way, they're going to be able to hold the lead as if somebody's looking for a final second opportunity here. Taffy on the dribble, passing it to Regret, but it's going to get beat out from Greenglow. Looking for a 0-second opportunity on the Viper side this time, and it's going to go in for Slumped, sitting at the 4-1 to win this game 3.
I mean, great play by Greenglow there, and a nice read by Slump. Able to get the 0-second one for the Vipers win here. And that's going to just bring them within one more of trying to get that reverse sweep. But Hypernova just needs to relax a little bit and start hitting the big plays and do the counterattacks that we saw them do in game 2. Well, at least the first play of game 2.
Yeah, and Hypernova was just regret saying in chat that weight killed us apparently, and I'm honestly not so sure. I think that's exactly how they were playing in game 2 and game 1. I think Vipers just kind of slipped up with that game 1 defense, and then the disconnect just favored Hypernova there, as it seemed like in all 3 games they just had no pressure.
It's very possible. I'm not sure who took over my party leader, but we need a Forbidden Temple here in 12 seconds.
You know what? I can try and do that.
It's back 3.
It's a shame you told me that. I started going all the way to the right. As I'm not sure what map we're gonna be on now.
Manfield. You know what? This is fine. This is fine. This is within regulation. We're good.
As I've been booted to the main menu. So I will join back up as soon as possible. It's just the scuff. This can't be helped.
Oh, we go from Manfield Knight to regular Manfield. You love to see it out here. But we're about to get game number 4 underway. Vipers with the current momentum swing as they won 4-1 the last game. But Hypernova with the series lead. Anybody's game. We got the kickoff. I don't know how long it's going to take Bagels to get in here.
I'm back in now.
Alright, great. I'm bad at play-by-play.
That is okay. You know what? For the 5 seconds you were doing it, it sounded fantastic. As Hypernova actually the one starting off strong there, but couldn't put one away. And they're right back on defense here. Taffy looking for the clear over to Regret, who's gonna get demoed. Ball ends up slipping past though, but Greenglow able to send it away. Past one. Into the corner is Greenglow looking for a bump attempt, and he should have been there for center as the pass was open and the net was too. As now Regret looking for an opportunity on the opposite side, but gonna be sent away as Greenglow off the spawn is gonna get the clear. RNG playing favor to him. As he turns on this one, Regret into the corner. Demo coming out, and Jay's going to try and center this, but he gets the field side flip as all 3 players for Vipers are clustered next to each other. Still able to keep this pressure up, though, as the net's open again. J-Dot looking for the shot, and they can't find it. Now Vipers are looking a little bit sloppy here.
Vipers might be feeling the pressure. They know every game is do or die for them right now. As Hypernova still technically has one more game to give up before they're sent home. But, needless to say, they still seem to have more of the pressure. It's a little more back and forth, which you love to see it out here. Some quick counterattacks coming out from Hypernova, but then a little offensive barrage coming out from Vipers. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and regret saying that wait killed us. And honestly, I think the longer they waited, the better they were playing. As the net's open still. It's still open,
Oh,
but Greenglow coming
what a
off the side to
save!
make a clutch save. And I was going to say, actually, both players on both teams here are just whiffing left and right at the moment. As finally we're trying to find some sort of consistency. Regret looking for the double tap, but Slump's able to be sent it away as he got bumped by his teammate, but was still able to stay on the ball. But yeah, both players just coming out with a lot of mechanical mistakes on both teams, as a lot of space was being given and just general whiffs happening in the midfield. But at least as far as the past minute is concerned, a little bit cleaner play coming out, as we're still sitting at 0-0, shot on. As Slimt was falling off the post, he still found the save. Regret sending one on. It's going to fall top shelf to secure the game, or excuse me, the first
So
goal
the
here.
whole game, that's it. That's the game, folks.
The whole game.
We're,
That was, you know, it very well could be.
we're running the 2:30 games here. We're running so far behind schedule because of the scuffed.
Hey, you know
But
what?
no, that was a great placement from Regret. Throwing it top shelf, able to get over top of what looked like 3 other people to secure that one. Now
Yeah,
we're
and
going the other way.
yeah, Vipers seeming to be the ones who can't find a shot. As one comes flying off the crossbar there, they were sitting at 1 shot before that quick barrage that just happened. It's another
Oh
dunk
wait!
coming out.
Oh my
Regret's
God!
gonna send it in. Regret popping off for this game 4 here.
I mean, great
Oh
play
my
by Regret.
goodness.
That might have been the most intentional dunk I've ever seen, as car angle and everything was literally pointing for him to hit it into the net, and he did exactly that.
We
But
might need to clip that. At least for prospect worthy play right there. We might need to clip that. Along with the pre-jump play from game 1. There's two good goals here for this series, as I was kind of touting up Vipers this whole series, honestly thinking that they might be able to sweep here, but Hypernova kind of clapping back in this game 4 here, showing that they're the ones not to be trifled with, as now they're continuing up the offensive pressure now.
I mean, the most popular record so far for prospects is 3-1. So it looks like we might be continuing that trend, as Regret coming in again hot with what is now his 3rd goal for the 3-0 lead in game number 4.
Yeah, I don't believe any of the Hypernova players are wearing a hat, but he is able to come up with the hat trick, as Extra Taffy sitting at 56 points, and Regret's just putting the whole team on his back at the moment. There's solid play coming out from him there. And he's just looking hot, and now just with over a minute left, Vipers only sitting at 3 shots right now. They're going to have to find something, as all 3 players clustered in the corner again, and I don't blame them. They're trying to make something, anything happen. This ball's going to go back on the side. Ringo looking for the pass to the middle, and another double commit coming out, as Regret kind of scuffling in the midfield as a demo on both teams comes out. Ringo racing in, trying to make something happen. He had a lot of time to work with. Maybe the over-aggression is getting to them, as they've got 50 seconds to work with to try and find and mount some sort of comeback. But the way Regret and the rest of Hypernova is playing, it might be done and dusted here for him.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a way better game than they did last game, and they have total control of the game, because I mean, this one, it started off back and forth, but Regret was able to sneak one in over a couple guys, and ever since then it's just been a barrage, and it looks like Vipers here are feeling a lot of pressure to take this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the dad jokes coming, Dini, for, and I might just say that the Vipers do have venom in them, as they're gonna clap back and win this series 3-1. I mean, disconnect aside, the way Vipers defense was the first game, I mean, they definitely proved, at least in this game 4, why they have as good of a record as they do. But
You
unfortunately
mean
for Vipers, they're
Hypernova?
gonna lose out on this series, or excuse me, Hypernova. The scuffness will not be stopped.
We shall not end the scuffness tonight.
The scuffness will continue. Hopefully not.
Hopefully Rockerman doesn't ban us for trademarking that now.
You know what? I think that's the last thing he wants Nemesis to be associated with, so we should probably stop before the regional overlord asserts his dominance over us.
So I mean, I guess we were both wrong, and Dinia's streamer predictions of throwing up the series score 3-1 right at the
Right.
beginning was right. Dinia's correct.
That's actually the ultimate calculated in chat. That's actually insane. We might need some more unprecedented streamer predictions here, as that one is gonna ring true. Hypernova. I guess it was leaked. Hold up, we got to put the script in chat. It was actually just all in the script. Hypernova was winning 3-1 the whole time, and Dini4 was the only one who knew.
Yes, Dinia, congratulations on your winning prediction there. But I mean, needless to say, there was some great gameplay coming out from both teams. Very competitive. I mean, it was for the most part really good looking. Obviously, the being iced affected both teams a little bit. Still worked out in Viper's favor there as they were able to take one. Unfortunately, no game 5 today for the first stream. See Money picking bad streams again.
And you know what? We'll take a game 4 though any day, just as long as it's not a sweep. But
Exactly.
that's gonna do it for this first matchup of the night. Hypernova taking it 3-1 over the Vipers. The battle of the 5-2 teams. Hypernova moving on to 6-2. Vipers on to 5-3. And next up on the docket here, we're gonna moving to the rival league. Galaxy sitting at a meager 1-6, going up against Vortex, who's 4-3. Can Galaxy kind of come back here and try and keep their playoff hopes alive? We'll catch you guys after the break.